Good day, guys. You're welcome to this platform. This is still financial accounting. Okay, so our topic of discussion today is partnership accounts. So we want to look at the advanced aspect of the partnership accounts. Now that we know how to record business transaction in the books of a partnership business. And what are these books? We are talking about the appropriation account of partners. We are talking about the capital account of a partnership business and the current account of a partnership business, which has to do with the current account of partners and capital account of partners. So these accounts will enable us to determine the amount of profit that is distributed among partners. That is the appropriation account. After knowing the amount of profit distributed, you know the capital balance of the partners through the capital accounts. Then the current account will enable you to determine the amounts entitled to partners in a partnership business. So these three accounts are very, very vital to recording transactions in the books of partners. Now, the other aspect is how to record business transaction in the final account of a partnership business. Alright, we all know that final account is prepared to determine the result of operation. Result of operation. When we say result of operation of a business, is the business making profit or loss? And also to determine the state of affairs. State of affairs of business. When we say state of affairs of business, when we say state of affairs of business, what are we talking about? We are talking about the assets and liabilities. So what will be the net assets of a business? Net assets of the business is talking about the capital of the business. And when we say capital, don't forget from the previous knowledge that our capital is our assets plus liability. And our assets, you can make this a sort of this, our capital plus liability. Okay, so the statement of financial position will tell us the state of affairs of the business, the assets of the business, the liabilities and equity. It will be shown in statement of financial position. Then the income statement will tell us the result of operation. Is the business making profit or loss? Now, when we talk about final accounts, remember in our previous topic we discussed final account of a sole trader. The final account of a partnership business is exactly the same as that of a sole trader. There's no difference. The only difference is that after determining your net profits, there will be need for appropriation account. Appropriation account. An appropriation account is used to share the net profits among partners in the partnership business. So we are sharing the profits made in the business among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. And don't forget, partnership deed is very, very important. So you know you are not to share based on your own knowledge. You share based on the agreement of the partners in the partnership business. So appropriation account will be needed to share the profit. Then you take the balance to the current account to determine the balance of the partners. Okay? Now, that's that for the income statement. The statement of financial position is almost the same, but not totally the same as that of a sole trader. The difference between the statement of financial position of a sole trader and that of a partnership is on the board. Statement of financial position. Like this, like that. So I have my non-current assets. I have it. I have my current assets. So I have the total here, close. Then my equity, this is where my equity That's where we have equity and liabilities. So under my equity, normally for that of a sole trader, I'm going to have capital, add net profit, then less drawings. But here, my capital account is already open. I'm going to say capital account. I'm going to bring, if I have just two partners, I say partner A, partner B. The total, I put it there from the capital account. Then I have current account. Remember, my current account, there's drawings. And from what I have in my appropriation account is transferred to my current account. And in my appropriation account, I have my net profit, I have my interest on drawings, and in my current account, there I have drawings and all sorts. So my current account balance, I'll bring it here, partner A, partner B. So we'll put it here. So the total of the capital and current account, I have it. Then I'll put my non-current liability. I'll put the value there, and I'll put my current liability. Then I have this as this. So this is the difference between the statement of financial position of a partnership and that of a sole trader. So we are going to look at a question that will cover all the principle here. Then it will be so easy for us to solve any question that has to do with final account of a partnership business. Yes, we have the question for partnership accounts, right? So as to see how to post transaction in the final accounts of a partnership business. Let's look at this question. We have Meshach and Shadrach and business sharing profit in the ratio of 1 to 2. This ratio 1 to 2 is telling us the agreement of the partners Meshach and Shadrach, which means that if you are to share the profit, it must be in ratio 1 to 2. Below is their trial balance as at 31/12/16. This is the trial balance of Meshach and Shadrach. You can see from equipment down to drawings. We have it this way. We have additional information, inventories, office expenses owing, alright, and we have provision for depreciation, interest to be charged, and we are told that drawings and all that. So we are told to prepare trading profit or loss accounts for the partnership business and also a statement of financial position of the partnership business. Alright? Now, the statement, the trade profit or loss account is our income statement for profit or loss account. So let's start by solving. So our solution. What our parent account for? The first thing is Meshach and Shadrach. We write it boldly. Meshach and Shadrach. So our income statements. December 2016. So I have it this way. Like this, like that. So our inventory first, don't forget. So anything we pick, we tick. So it won't be confusing. So our inventory, let's pick. So our inventory. But before inventory, don't forget our sales first. Sales. Where's our sales? We have 903,700. These are sales. Let's check. Do you have any returns in Word? So we determine our net sales. Any returns inward? There's no returns inward. So we put our inventory. That's our opening inventory. And our opening inventory is this. I tick. Let me tick here. 249,700. That's our opening inventory. Then I add my purchases. My purchases is, where's my purchases? This is my purchases. 716,300. Let's see, do you have any carriage inwards? We have carriage outwards. Any carriage inwards? Let's check. There's no carriage inward. So let's add them together. What do I have? Let's add them together. What do I have? Okay. So 249,700 plus 716,300. So we do have 966,000. So here is my cost of goods available for sale. So I less my closing inventory. Where's my closing inventory? As you can see, I'll tick 273,600. So what do I have? I have 692,400. So what do I have? 692,400 is my cost of goods sold. So I'll deduct it from my sales. I have my gross profit. 903,700. So I have 2,11300. So I have a gross profit. Let's see, do you have any other income? This is my creditor. No other income. No other income. So I will less expenses. So let me continue from here with my expenses. Okay, let me continue. We all know that my gross profit is 211,300. So my expenses, let me pick them one after the other. Let me not forget let me start with this. My office expenses. Don't forget, accruals means owing. So we are adding this to the office expenses. The office expenses for the accounting period is 1,370, and we have 1,100 to be owing. So we add them together. 1,370 plus 1,100. So we add them together. $1,370 plus 1,100. So what we have? We have 2,470. So let's pick other expenditures we have. As you can see, we have carriage outward. I'll pick this. Carriage outwards picked. Carriage outwards picked. Carriage outward. The value for carriage out is 12,330. These three. 12,330. 12,330. The next is salaries. Anything on salaries? No. The only thing we have is, okay, so we have salaries. Our salary is 84,120, 84,170. We've picked office expenses. Discount allowed is less. Discount allowed. And discount allowed is 5,630. 5,630. Okay? So we picked all expenses needed. So the next is the provision for depreciation. Provision for depreciation. And what are the depreciation? The first one is motor vehicle. MV, let me use MV for my motor vehicle, which will be what? 20% of the cost. The cost of motor vehicle is 65,000. So we have 13,000. Then the next is equipment. As you can see, equipment is 10%. 10% of the cost of equipment. Okay. The cost of motor vehicle is actually 92. So 20% of 92,000. We have 18,400. Equipment is 10% of 65,000. That's 6,500. So let's move on. All expenses picked. All expenses picked. All expenses picked. All expenses picked. So let's compare this with this. So we have 2,000. Our total expenses is 2,470, which is our office expenses, plus our carriage out for 12,330, plus 84,170, plus 5,630, plus 18,400, plus 6,500. So we have 129,500. This is the total expenses. Let's remove it from, we have 21130. We have 81,800. So this is our net profit. Net profit. So now that we've got net profit, we can play our appropriation account. So we'll continue our appropriation account. Here, we've gotten our net profit. So since I've been using T formats, let me use the T format for you. Okay, so partners appropriation account. So we have our net profit brought down to be 81,800. So according to the question here, we've answered my channel information A, B, C. Let's move to D. Interest is to be charged on capital. Let's look here. Interest on capital. Let's look at the interest on capital. 10%. Alright, so we have Shadrach. So I'm going to use M for Meshach and S for Shadrach. So for Shadrach, I'm going to have 10% of his capital. 10% of his capital. Here's the capital value of Meshach, 270,000. So what I have is 27,000. Then same thing, S for Shadrach, 10% as well. The capital for Shadrach is 120,000. So I have 12,000. So we've got the. We are told to charge interest on drawing. Shadrach. So we have our interest on drawings. We have our Shadrach, Meshach, M. First is our Meshach, 1,800. This next is Shadrach, S, which is 2,100. Let's see the addition of the two. 1,800 plus 2,100. So we have 3,900. Okay? So we've charged interest on capital. We've charged interest on drawings. We are not told that salary was paid to any partner. We are not told. We have been given their current account balances, capital account balances, and this is their drawings. Okay? We are not told that commission was paid. We are not told that the partner gave loan to the business. We are not told any of such. So we balance the account. Just a minute. Alright, so let's balance. Let's compare the debit side with the credit side. Let's share profit. So it's obvious the credit side, 81,839 is greater than this. So I'm going to have this like this. It's obvious that we are going to share profit. Share of profit. Because the credit side is greater than the debit side. So, and don't forget the ratio is 1 to 3, which means 1/3 for Meshach, 2/3 for Shadrach. So for Meshach, I'm going to have 1/3 times the difference between this side and this side. Shadrach is going to be 2/3 times the difference. Alright, so let's find the difference. Let's get the total first. Let me get the total of the credit side. The total of the credit side is 81,800, which is my net profit plus 3,900. So I have 85,700. So my 85,700, let me remove all this from it, like minus 27,000. Let me remove 12,000 as well. So this is the balance less, 46,700. 46,000 is the 700 is the balance. So this is what I'm sharing. 46,700. 46,700. So let me see what belongs to Meshach. 1 divided by 3 multiplied by the balance available. 46,700. So for Meshach, I have 15,567. Therefore, Shadrach, I have 2 divided by 3 multiplied by 46,700. So I have 31,133. So if I add all these together, I'm going to get this total. So my total is 85,700. 85,700. So I have 85,700. So with this, I've been able to show the I'll be able to prepare the trading profit or loss account for the partnership business for the year ending. So what is left unprepared now is the statements of financial position. What are the things I need for my statement of financial position? I need these values. I need these values. Okay. I'm going to use this place to prepare the statements of financial position. But before then, we know let me prepare my current account. Partners current account. Partners current account. We all know that the capital account remains the same. Alright, my capital account is this. So let me prepare current account. Let me know what is in my current account balance. Meshach, Shadrach. Meshach, Shadrach. Okay, now the balance brought forward. Balance brought forward. From the accounts, current account balance for Meshach is 13,790. 13,790. For Shadrach is 12,110. 12,110. Don't forget, anything on the debit side of partners operation will be on the credit side. Interest on capital. Interest on capital. As you can see, Meshach is 27,000. Shadrach is 12,000. Then share of profit. Share of profit, I have 15,567. Then I have Shadrach 31,133. Alright, anything on the debit side, credit side will be here. But don't forget your drawings. You have drawings for Shadrach. Bring it, we have 55,000. Then for Shadrach, you have 40,000. So we have additional drawings in the book. Okay, this is interest on drawings. Okay, so this is interest on drawings. So our interest on drawings, we have it 1/8. We have 2,100. Please note, drawings will not appear in appropriation. It will appear in your capital account, in your current account, and interest on drawing will appear in your current account. So with this, we are good to go. We can determine our balance. All right, let's get the balance for each of the current accounts. As you can see, so let's get which side is greater. Let me check the debit of Meshach. 55,000 plus 1,800. I have 56,800. Let me check. I have 13,790 plus 27,000 plus 15,567. I have 56,357. It's obvious that the debit side is greater than the credit side. 56,856. So what I have here, I'm going to have a balance carried down, because here I have 56,800. It's greater than 56,300. So here I have 56,800. I will remove so the balance here is 443. All right, so let me do the same thing for Shadrach. I have 40,000 plus 2,100. For Shadrach, I have 42,100. Let's do the other side. I have 12,110 plus 12,000 plus 31,133. So this side is greater. I have 55,243, which means this side is greater than 42. Then remove 42,100. So I have a balance carried down here, 13,143. Okay, so the total is 55,243. So I have balance brought on both sides. Balance brought down for Meshach is 4443, while balance brought down for Shadrach is 13,143. So with this, I have the current account balance that I will move to my statement of financial position. All right. So what are the items I need in my statement of financial position? Now, for my statement of financial position, I need my closing inventory. My closing inventory is needed. All right. My closing inventory is needed. What else do I need? I need my expenses owing. I need my closing inventory, which I have it here. I need my expenses owing. My office expenses owing is this. I have it. And I have my depreciation. I need my depreciation. So these are the values I need for my statement of financial position. So let me wipe so I can prepare my statement of financial position. So statements of financial position. As at 31st December 2016. I have it like a this, like that. So what I'm going to have here, I have my assets. Okay, I have my net book value. I have my accumulated depreciation. And I have my costs. So the first thing I have is my non-current assets. So I have the first is equipment. The cost of my equipment is 65,000 naira. How do I get my accumulated depreciation of equipment? I already have equipment depreciation to be 19,500. This is accumulated depreciation for over the years. Is 19,500. 19,500. I will sum it up with the depreciation for the year on the equipment. Equipment 6,500. So I have 26,000. So I'll deduct this, I'll get my net book value. Because net book value is cost minus. So I'll do same thing for vehicle. Vehicle, the cost is 92,000. How do I get my accumulated depreciation? My provision for depreciation for vehicle is 36,800. 36,800. I will add it to the depreciation for the year. On motor vehicle, 18.4. So what I have here is 55,200. So if I deduct this, I'll have, so these are my, do I have any fixed asset again? Those are the fixed assets I have. Okay, so I can close them. All right, so I have 65,000 plus 92,000. I have 157,000. So 26,000 plus 55,200. I have 81,200. So we can continue. 65,000 minus 26,000. I have 39,000. Then 92,000 minus 55,200. I have 36,800. So 36,800 plus 39,000. So this is the value I have, 75,800. So my current assets now, my inventory. My closing inventory, as you can see, my closing inventory is what? Is 273,600. What I only need here is my closing inventory. Alright? I've got my closing inventory. Then my trade receivables. Trade receivables. Okay, I've used this provision. Alright? I've picked my trade receivables now, which is my trade receivable is 209,600. Alright? So the next is my cash at hand. Cash in hand. My cash in hand is 1,400. My cash at bank. My cash at bank is 6,150. So I pick this, I pick that. Alright? So with this, I don't have any issue. So I don't have any prepaid expenses. What I have is accrued office expenses. So that's a liability. So I can sum up all my current liability. I have 273,600. My assets current are 209,600 plus 1,400 plus 6,150. I have 490,750. So this is my current asset. If I add it to my fixed assets, I have my total asset plus 75,800. I have 566,550. Okay, so this is the value of my assets. Now let me go to my equity and liabilities. So I have my capital account. Okay, so the first person is Mishak. The capital balance of Mishak is 270,000. That of Shadrach is 120,000. Let's sum them together. 270,000 plus 120,000. We have 390,000. Then our current accounts, the balance in the current accounts, you can see I have two sides. So what I have here is that Mishak has a debit balance. Mishak will be in brackets, which means I'll supply Mishak from that of Shadrach. Shadrach is on the credit side is 13,143. So I'm subtracting this from this, I'll get this. So which means that I have 12,700. So let me see what my equity. So 12,700 plus 390. 12,700 plus 390,000. I have 402,700. So let's wipe this. So we show our liabilities. So we don't have long-term liabilities, no long-term liabilities as you can see. So I show my non-current liabilities. So I have my current liabilities. The first is trade payables. Trade payables. My trade payables is 162,750. Then don't forget that we have office expenses accrued. Accrued office expenses is 1,100. So as you can see, we don't have any accruals. We have used drawings in current accounts. We have used capital accounts. Is there? We have used current accounts. So we use everything in the books in the table. So let's add this together. 162,750 plus 1,100. So we have 163,850. 163,850. So let's add it together. So we add together, we have 566,550. So you can see that this value here is equal to the value here. So that makes it balanced. My statement of financial position is correct because my equity and liability is equal to my asset. Don't forget my capital is equal to asset plus liability. Sorry, my asset rather. My asset is equal to capital plus liability. So my asset here is equal to capital and liabilities, which is this. So with this, my statement of financial position is intact, and you can see everything is correct. So you should have no issue in partnership accounts. Thank you. God bless. So you expected to solve more questions.